Hello, this is Ryan with Pro Trailblazer, and in this video I'm going to show you how to optimize images using generative AI in Photoshop to rank better for websites regarding SEO. And I've found that AI can really supercharge it to make it a lot quicker and a lot more effective. So there's going to be some theory in this tutorial. There's going to be some working in Photoshop, and then you're good to go. So first off, let's talk about why we're doing what we're doing. If you do a quick Google, like, do file names affect SEO? Yes, it does. A lot of other people have that opinion as well. If you're working with like a law firm, like a personal injury lawyer in Los Angeles, you'll find that if you were to open up like one of these images and open the image in a new tab, what you'll find is that the file name is Personal Injury Los Angeles Attorney. So like this search term, if I take this and I put this into Google and I go to images, what I should find is that one is the #1 image out of all the images because the file name is exactly what I searched for. Now, if I do a Google search to see how many iterations of this image exist online, and I find the image source of where they all are, what we'll see is that Jacob Fights for You is the only person on the internet that has that image. So they have the right of way for that image. They have the original content creation. Now, if I were to take a look at another image, like a stock image from Envato Elements, like let's take this one, for example, and I do a search image with Google and I find the image source here, what we're going to find is that the amount of this image that exists, I'm guessing, are everywhere. It's Shutterstock, it's on 123 royalty free, it's on Deposit Photos, Shutterstock, etc., etc. So you're not going to get credit for it. You're not going to get credit for that image because you're not the original content creator of the image. So that's what we're going to look at on how to fix. How do you become the original content creator of an image that you didn't create originally so that it can positively affect your SEO? I mean, let's use a breakdancing image because it's more entertaining than something work related. Let's see here. We'll do breakdancers and we're going to find a cool photo of somebody. Here we go. This young man is practicing yoga. I guess so. I call it breakdancing. You call it yoga. Either way. So we're going to download this here. So we'll get this downloaded and then we're going to open it up in Photoshop. And now's where the magic happens. Now, so if we take this image and we search it with Google Image and we find the image source, it's probably going to be everywhere. If not, I should pick a different image so that it can compete. Here we go. So it's everywhere. You're not going to get credit for creating the image because someone already did and Google knows it. So how do we use generative image techniques to get this unique quickly? And here is what I typically do. Let's see if I can just make it happen right away first try. So first of all, one interesting thing about this image is it doesn't really matter if he's mirrored or not. So I'm going to really quick, I'm just going to flip it. So I'm going to edit transform and flip horizontal. So that's shuffling the bag of pixels right away for the crawlers and the bots. So we got that going for us. The thing that I'm going to do is I am going to change the scale of the image to have a different orientation. So I'm going to put him in the lower left-hand side of the image, and I'm going to fill this in with extra stuff. So now I'm going to generate an image that has that image in it, but there's other stuff going on too. And this is always kind of exciting to see what's over here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it just looks ridiculous. But often it works great. So let's see what we get out of this. By the way, if you're into all things digital creative, make sure to like and subscribe. And make sure to use the comments if you have any questions or if you have any tips of your own. All right, so here we are. So we've got that going. We have an image that is working out pretty well. I am just going to zoom out. And one thing that I tend to do often is I immediately like get out of the generative stuff after I check though. Let's make sure this one looks great. All right, so here we are. This is what we want. I'm just gonna take this much of it. I'm just gonna copy it, merge all the layers here. So I'm gonna copy that to a new document. And now I'm just going to save it as a JPEG or a WebP or whatever you'd like to. I'm using the legacy saving right now just so you can test. There we go. All right, so I now have the image saved as a JPEG to my desktop, and that is just so we can test it and see how everything goes as far as what Google thinks. Let's see if Google thinks this is a new image, or let's see if it comes up as this particular breakdancer. And I am going to drag my test image in, and it's going to assess it. And let's see if I can find the image source. Couldn't find a web page or duplicate image. Try another one instead. So there we go. What we found basically is that while this image did show up at the top as far as breakdancers, that's not, it doesn't think that this is that. So if I search for this even down to here and I try to find the image, it can't find the duplicate image. So what that means is that when we put this image on a website now with this extra like 70% of new pixels, Google will not say it's this image. If I were to search this image with Google and I were to go to here, the results that I would find when I find the image source is that they exist everywhere. However, with what we just added in with Google Lens, when I find the image source, it doesn't exist. This is a really, really strong technique for creating original images using images that have existed before. And that can really give you some leverage in terms of having search terms that are affiliated with the first of its kind of image. So give it a shot. I hope that helps. I hope that bumps up your sites and your rankings just a little bit. And thanks for watching Pro Trailblazer.